What's going on, guys? Cryptic Gaming here, back for episode 2 of this Oakland Raiders rebuild. Quick little recap of the end of last episode. We did finish off with the draft. Number 1 overall, taking Miles McIntosh out of Penn State. Hopefully he can be a very good middle linebacker in the future for us. And we also took Darqueze Hamilton at 11 to fill the hole of the defensive tackle who we traded to the Vikings in order to get the number 1 pick. We also picked up Kendall Fuller out of free agency, 25 years old, 89 star dev, so looking for him to be a shutdown corner for us in the future. Offensively, Josh Jacobs up to a 79 overall in 1 season. Derek Carr still only an 81 and almost 30 years old. He's got 1 season left before he does start to regress. Speaking of regression, Antonio Brown already down to a 94. So we are going to have to look for a star wide receiver to replace him once he starts to go down. Just to fill a hole at left outside linebacker, we do go a little bit younger and get Aaron Lynch for a 2nd and a 4th from this year and a 2nd from next year. Overpaid a little bit, but hopefully he can progress a little bit well. And he does, I feel like Aaron Lynch does kind of fit into a 4-3 scheme. And hopefully he gets up to like an 80 overall by the end of the season. With that pickup of Aaron Lynch, we are able to trade away our now backup left outside linebacker Tahir Whitehead, along with the 3rd from next year, to pick up the Saints' 1st round draft pick and just a backup tackle. That is all I'm going to do for now. You can see Aaron Lynch is starting at left outside linebacker. He's a scheme fit, power rusher. And he's 27, so we still got 3 years out of him. Tahir Whitehead was 30, and only like a 73 overall. So it is a big upgrade for us. Hopefully he plays well this year. Offense is still looking the same. But with that out of the way, let's send the mid-season and see how this Oakland Raiders team does. We just got our ass kicked by the Bills. That's not right. Look, we are 1-6-1. That is atrocious. Maybe we got a good draft pick though. Look, Cleveland Farrell's injured, so that's great. Let's check out the stats. By the looks of it, Derek Carr, not awful. Terrible passer rating though, maybe 54% completion percentage, only 10 touchdowns. That's not good at all. Rushing wise, no, I don't want to look at punting. Rushing wise, Josh Jacobs, oh my gosh, he must have gotten hurt again. Only 245 yards and a touchdown at this point. Wow, we really suck. Receiving wise, Ryan Grant leading with receptions. Yards wise, Tyrell Williams, who even is Antonio Brown, he's not really doing anything, only 2 touchdowns. Wow. So this is just not looking good at all. Defensively, Miles McIntosh, 58 tackles, not bad at all. Sacks, Maurice Hurst leading the charge with 4, Nick Perry 2.5, and the rookie, Darqueze Hamilton, not far behind with 2, along with Arden Key, who's filling in for the injured Cleveland Farrell. Interceptions, Miles McIntosh got 1, and Kendall Fuller got only 1, along with Carlo Joseph as well. So really, this whole team is just not playing well by any means. How is Aaron Lynch doing? Not great. 25 tackles, 3 TFLs. So this is just looking very bad all around. I'm just checking out the awards and look at these 2 boys putting in the work. Miles McIntosh and Darqueze Hamilton both fighting it out for 1st place. That is what we like to see from our 2 first-round draft picks. If only the team could play that well. Melvin Michaels getting up there as well. If only the whole team could play that good. I'm not shocked that we didn't make the playoffs, but we actually did win another game, 28-7 against the Chargers in week 17. Looking at our final record, we finished 4-10-2. How did we manage to tie 2 games? We must really suck. We actually beat the Chiefs week 1 and then tied the Panthers week 2. So we didn't get off to a bad start. But then we were on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game losing streak. We beat the Chiefs both times this year, which is very impressive. Beat the Broncos as well. I think all of our wins were division wins. Yeah, all of our wins were divisional games. We lost every other game. Wow. I wonder if that means we're gonna have the first overall draft pick. Let's check out the stats first. Derek Carr just looks like he had an awful year. Not even 20 touchdowns. Jeez. Rushing wise, Josh Jacobs got 700 yards and 6 touchdowns. Looks like he bounced back from that injury. Receiving wise, Antonio Brown did pick it up at the end of the year. Still didn't make it to 1,000 yards, but I think that is the quarterback's fault. We gotta get him someone else to throw him the ball. And Luke Wilson, our tight end, along with Ryan Grant, our third string receiver, both getting 6 touchdowns. Defensively, Miles McIntosh with 107 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions on the year. That's what we like to see from him. Definitely worth the first overall draft pick. Let's see, Maurice Hurst, 8 sacks on the year. Clelin Ferrell and Nick Perry with 4. And Dokus Hamilton, the rookie, still only with 2. So it looks like he didn't get any sacks in the last half of the season, which is kind of bad, but you know, it happens. Pass deflections, Miles McIntosh with 7 pass deflections. Quite impressive. Did we get any touchdowns this year on the defense? Probably not, and no, of course not. Any safeties this year? 1 safety from Clelin Ferrell, so that is good. But wow, that is a rough season. We definitely need to find a new quarterback, and I don't think this draft class has any good quarterbacks from what I've seen of it. But with that said and done, hopefully we can pick up a quarterback out of free agency, because Derek Carr is definitely not getting the job done. So let's see what this offseason has to offer. And it's official, Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Miles McIntosh. Hopefully that gives him a dev boost. But that's quite impressive. We also have Dokus Hamilton in 2nd place. So that's a good look. In the Pro Bowl, we have 1 player, Maurice Hurst, our defensive tackle. Getting in there is the #1 defensive tackle of the AFC. Good showing for the Oakland Raiders, but nobody else in here, which is not really a surprise because our team kind of did very bad this year. Unfortunately, there are no good quarterbacks in free agency this year. I was really hoping on there just being a 90 overall sitting there waiting to come to the Raiders. But we are able to get, I'm not going to try saying his first name, we get McKinley, 82 overall, right end, to fill in for Nick Perry since he did not want to take a 1-year deal. But it's definitely an upgrade. He's a lot younger and he's better overall wise. So we'll take that. We're just going to save the rest of our cap room and try to rebuild through this draft. I have no idea how we don't even have a top 3 pick, only winning 4 games. But that kind of sucks because I was looking at this wide receiver, James Langford. Looks spectacular. He has an awful 40 time, but everything else is perfect about him. But he's going to be the #1 pick for sure. I can almost guarantee you that the Rams pick him here. And if not, the Lions are going to for sure. It kind of sucks, but that's okay. That could have been AB's successor, but I guess not. I don't want to say I told you so, but There goes James Langford. He's a 74. So I don't know if he lost that one, but let's see what we can get at number 5. I think the move is to go with a tight end here. Jerome Lehman out of South Carolina. Looks pretty good to me. So we're going to take him. He ends up being a 76 overall with a pretty good dev trait. I mean, it's hidden, so I don't know what it is. But it could very well be a superstar dev trait, which is very, very good. He ranked 7th in true talent, took him at 5th. Definitely going to be a big weapon of this offense if we can ever get a new quarterback. With this pick that we got from the Saints, we're going to go with Gabe Boyle here. Looks like he looks very athletic at the linebacker spot. We're going to flip him over to right outside linebacker. Hopefully he can play well there. Out of Grand Valley State. He is a 70 overall. Ranked 27th in true talent. Took him at 28th. Also could possibly have a very good dev trait. Again, comment down below if you know how to tell what his dev trait is. Maybe I'll make a video on that. Maybe not. Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. Looking at this draft, got a stud tight end Jerome Lehman at number 5, and at 28 Gabe Boyle, who is going to play right outside linebacker, not left outside linebacker, since we do have Aaron Lynch there. We decided to take a risk for a quarterback, and like I said, all the quarterbacks sucked. Chris Bauer, the worst player of this draft class, coming in the 3rd round. I traded up for Julius Presley at the 20th pick with the Bears. That is why we do not have a 5th or 6th round pick of this draft. I also had to go up a 4th rounder from next year. 66 wide receiver, not bad at all. And Spencer Garrett in the 7th round, 69 overall, actually the 3rd best player in this draft class for us. He was ranked like 32nd, I think, in true talent, and we got him in the 7th round. So that was a very good pick for us. Looking at this team now, post offseason, post draft, offense still looking somewhat the same. We're definitely gonna have to try to get rid of Derek Carr in this next season. I'll probably try to trade for a quarterback because we aren't going anywhere as long as he is at the helm right now. Defense though is starting to look quite stout. Linebacking core is coming up. Secondary kind of folded up to superstar development along with Maurice Hurst. His defensive line looks pretty good as well. So defense is not bad at all, but offense has a lot of work to do. Hopefully the rookie tight end Jerome Lehman can help this offense put up some better numbers this year. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned with this series and many more videos to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one next week. Peace out.